There is a magic here that I have never been able to find anywhere else in the world. It is a place that is so spiritual. God is there. I'm a wildlife artist. I work for wildlife conservation through a humanitarian lens. And I live here based on the border of Bandipur Tiger Reserve. Bandipur is home to one of the largest wild tiger populations in the world. It has a huge Asian elephant population, a large amount of leopards. We have this huge corridor, passageways for endangered animals. It's a very critical area for wildlife. There is no other place like this. I've been in and out of forests, basically all my life. I was in Africa from the ages of 7 to 9, and then I came back and I really wanted to live by the forest and live by animals and paint. I bought this very barren piece of land. I've lived here as a woman alone with my dogs for more than 2 decades. This is home now. Villagers living in this area are descendants of people who have been here thousands of years ago. It's a very ancient piece of land here. The trouble is, the space is getting more constrained because of our bulging population in our country. I started noticing a lot of solar fencing coming up. It was really difficult for animals to roam. And I began to see my elephants getting a little more annoyed. They are getting angry by people coming in and blocking their access. What the hell is wrong with people? This is elephant protesting against fencing. Such an invasion into their space. I think we need to share our lands with all the animals out here. That's my opinion. Last week, we lost an elephant to electrocution. I went through such a deep mourning because I knew that elephant has been here. Why did he go and touch that fence? The communities that share the same space as tigers and leopards are probably the poorest that we have in our country. There are tigers that will kill cows. And I've seen a tiger bring down 3-4 buffaloes in one shot. So a loss of a goat or a sheep or a cow is a huge loss. So the anger and frustration of the local person is revenge. Kill the animal who is doing these killings. Kill them. As you can see, this tiger has killed this cow earlier on. And the villagers have come and found the cow. We put the camera traps and he's come back. If they want to get rid of this tiger, they just have to put poison in the carcass. If tigers vanish from this landscape, I think it would be a terrible effect. Top of the food chain animal, we would have lost something that is absolutely priceless. You cannot put an amount on that. The wildlife lovers and conservationists, all they were thinking of is get rid of the local people. Get people out, move them out of these areas. And there was a lot of antagonism because of that. I began to realize my work here is to help the people in some small way and to show them that there are people who will support them, not only the tiger or the leopard or the elephant. I started putting the word out, don't poison. And I started paying for cattle that are being killed by tiger or leopard. I said, I will pay you 2,000 rupees. People started saying, oh wow, she's walking her talk. It was amazing that it actually worked. The bridge between the local people and myself shrunk. The clinic started in the year 2000. The doctor who started it died, unfortunately, and I've carried on his good work. And it is a really important factor in my wildlife conservation work. They get free, basic medical health care and advice from a wonderful doctor who is so kind and generous with his time. Actually, when you sit in through one of the clinics, you begin to realize why these people should even be bothered about an elephant or a tiger or a leopard. when they sometimes can't even feed themselves.
ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರಲಿ ಅವು ಪಾಪ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಂತೋಷಪ್ಪ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರಲಿ ಅವು ಪಾಪ
If we want to save our forests and our animals, we need to be able to first work with the people and see that they are okay. We have to think of alternative livelihoods, involve them in conservation. They should be able to earn a living and they should be the ones who will protect the forests. They're our only hope actually. It's not the city people who are going to come and save our tigers and our forests. It's the people who live around here. That's our future.